Hey friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them for a profit, hopefully. Today is July 11th, Thursday. I have 3 items that sold yesterday within the past 24 hours-ish, and yeah, it was a really slow day. I have a couple, I was trying to decide on a topic for today's video, and I have like 4 of them, so we're just gonna call it Chatty and you're gonna get all 4 topics in one. So this is I called it a slip dress. It's a maxi dress. It has this really pretty floral print on it, and it is the brand No Boundaries, which is not ever a brand I would have looked at. However, Kaylee Elaine mentioned this brand specifically in one of her videos. I think it was a short actually. And then I found it and I thought it was cute, and it kind of hit the aesthetic, I think. So what I did was I looked up No Boundary dress, and it has an average sale price of $9.91 and a 13% sell-through rate. However, if I add slip, maxi, and Y2K to that search, it doesn't up the average sale price that much. Well, actually, like almost $7. So $16.98 is the average sale price, but the sell-through rate is 50%. So that means the same amount has sold than is listed. Does that make sense? So easy math, there's 50 items sold, there's 50 items listed. That's really good. Another YouTuber reseller might call that 100% sell-through rate. So there are definitely brands and items out there that you wouldn't necessarily go, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that. But if there are certain styles that kind of hit an aesthetic, it might be worth looking up. So mine did sell for $19.97 is what I had it listed for. Maybe it was $19.96 and I just wrote it down wrong. I think they used my 15% off coupon. They paid a total of $23.47. I paid $1 for it, so my profit is $12.67. Not huge profits. That's a theme for today, not huge profits. My gross sales amount for the day was only $67.89. But these smaller profits add up, you know? They add up over the day, they add up over the week, the month, the year, and I don't know, I think it's worth it in the end. This is a dress, another dress. So this is really interesting to me. I should pull this back out. This is something that I wanted to talk about, one of the many subjects. So this is the brand Mahi Gold. And I found this in Milwaukee and I looked it up and was kind of surprised at the comps. So the average sale price is for a used dress is $28.28, which is weird. But then the sell-through rate is 28%. How weird is that? Okay. Excuse me. If you watch my videos regularly or watched yesterday's video, I talked about this one. Somebody offered me $19. I had it listed for $40 for a while, thinking somebody would offer, or use the coupon, or I would send a 20% off coupon, 20% off. I lowered it to like 32. I think it was listed for 32. Somebody offered me 19. I went back and checked comps. I couldn't really decide what to do, but I ended up taking the offer. So definitely lower than comps at $19. But I've had this for 11 months. So And it's, you know, nearing the end of the time when people are going to be buying little sundresses like that. They paid $19 for it plus shipping, so they paid a total of $24.95. I paid $6 for it. So my profit ends up being $9.54. So one thing that I thought was interesting was between these two dresses, you know, the Mahi Gold sold for about $1.50 more total is what they paid. So that's what came into my account. The shipping was about 50 cents less. The fees were almost exactly the same. They both sold promoted. But my profit on the No Boundaries dress was over $3 more than my $9.54 on the Mahi Gold dress. So I think cost of goods really can play a factor in the profit. Thankfully, I have a lot of sources that are very low cost of goods, and I think that paying up for things can be beneficial. It should have been beneficial with that one. A 28% sell-through rate isn't great, but it's also not terrible. So I don't know why that took so long to sell and why I had to take a low offer for it, but these are a pair of joggers. They're cargo joggers. They're really like heavyweight and nice. They are the brand Athleta, and unfortunately they are like severely flawed and snagged. So these are also a really small size. They're like a 0. Athleta cargo joggers actually have a pretty decent sell-through rate. So the average sell price is $29.24 and a 31% sell-through rate, which is decent. These sold really low for $11.17 plus shipping. So they paid a total of $19.47. I don't know if I didn't notice the flaw when I bought them, but they had a flaw. But sometimes I think it's okay when something has a higher sell-through rate or is very flawed and is very flawed in some ways, then sometimes it's okay to list things for really low and still be able to make a sale on that. I had that happen I found an Aviator Nation sweatshirt at the bins a while ago, and it was super stained, and I tried to make it better. I did make it better, but it still wasn't perfect, and it was very well loved, you could tell. And I just listed it. I mean, it was still sold for really, I can't remember how much it sold for, but it still sold for a lot more money than, you know, $11.17, but and it still sold fast. So I think that there are definitely times when you can list things that are flawed or heavily stained. Not always, because sometimes it's not worth it. But in this case, it was, you know, I made $7.23. I found it at a liquidation store for $3.50. That was my average cost that day. So my total profit. So my profit is what was paid into my account minus the shipping that I paid for my shipping labels, my fees for the platform, and my cost of goods for the items. My profit was $29.44. So not super great. However, those numbers add up. So the final little thing that I wanted to talk to is something that I like to talk about a lot, but haven't in a while. I am also noticing that my tissue paper is getting low. I need to order some more. That's just a little ADHD bonus. Anyway, it is so easy to get discouraged when days are lower. Yesterday, I just hit my goal, which is, I mean, it's good to hit your goal, but, you know, the 4th of July weekend was really slow. it's so easy to get discouraged. And adding social media, people, posting all their great finds and what they're selling them for, it's so easy to get discouraged and to get distracted from what's in front of me by focusing on other people or how well they're doing compared to how I'm doing. And I want to encourage you, along with, encouraging myself, that sometimes it's a roller coaster, this reselling thing. I've been doing it for a little over 2.5 years, and man, there are some really good days and there are some really hard days. And I just want to encourage you that to keep going, to keep with your goals, the goals that you are able to actually have control over, how many listings you're putting up each day, with your sell-through rate goals and your return goals, those things that you can control a little more than, this is how much I want to make. There are some things that we can do to kind of play into that factor into that end goal. But if we're focusing on the things that we can control, it's a little easier to put off the other things that kind of infiltrate our lives. I just want to encourage you to be positive, to continue to focus on your own business, your own reselling, your own side hustle, whatever it is. And comparison is the thief of joy. It really is. So I'm going to be happy with my $29 for today. I'm going to, it's been a hard re-entry. I was gone most of June, and I have really had a hard time kind of getting back into a good routine here. I have not listed new inventory in a couple weeks, which is not good. So I definitely have thrifted. That's not good. I told myself I wasn't going to thrift until all the stuff I had here was photographed, and I disobeyed that rule. So so I am today going to get some stuff put into my inventory system. I use Vendoo and a SKU system to organize my stuff. So I'm going to put all my new stuff into Vendoo. I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and get new inventory listed on eBay. What are you doing today? Is it something for your business? Is it something for you personal? I think sometimes that's important too. We have to take time for ourselves as well. So let me know what you're up to. How are you putting it into your business? What are your goals? I try to list 10 new items a day and relist 30 items a day. Currently, I'm just relisting 40 items a day, which is, I don't know. It is what it is. But those are my goals for today, for going into the weekend, is to get, I bumped my camera. Sorry about that little jiggle. It's doing it again. Okay, I'm going to stop babbling. I feel like I'm babbling slowly too. I'm not sure what's happening, but thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like the video if you did, and subscribe if you haven't. I do these Ship With Me videos every day at 8 p.m. Eastern, hopefully, and I really appreciate you so much. I'll see you soon.